Hello, my name is Allison Stein. I'll be doing a presentation on malaria today. I have previously traveled to Africa and I myself had to take anti-malarial drugs. I'm also a big supporter in being more conscious about our exponentially growing human population as well as climate change. And both of those factors could influence the incidence of mosquito-borne vector illnesses. So, malaria has a big effect in areas around the equator. A little background on the disease: it's a mosquito-borne illness, but what's actually causing the disease are protozoans within mosquito saliva. So it's not the mosquitoes themselves, they just transmit these microorganisms that are then then go to our liver where they can reproduce, multiply, and affect other organs. Typical signs, symptoms, transmission. It's typically a female mosquito. There are varieties of malaria ranging from mild to severe cases. However, what happens is the female mosquitoes bite you. The saliva in the mosquitoes has the protozoans that goes to the liver. They reproduce, multiply, and then you get flu-like symptoms. So typically a big indicator is paroxysm, and that's where you get shaky chills, shivers, and it's kind of a cyclical experience of all of that. However, common signs such as fever, body aches, chills, fatigue, headaches, as soon as that's induced, and if you were in a malaria-threatened area, that's when it would be a good idea to get checked out, because that can proceed to yellow skin, seizures, coma, and even death if left untreated. Diagnosis all depends on these indicators. So if you have gastroenteritis, viral diseases can make things worse, fever, headaches, shivering, vomiting, any of these can be indicators of malaria, in which case you need to go to your doctor and get a blood smear done, and that can show whether your blood has been infected with these protozoans that cause all of these nasty symptoms. High-risk areas. So everything along here is right along the equator. A lot of Africa is showing up, areas in the Pacific, hot areas where mosquitoes thrive, and even quite a bit of South America and Central Caribbean, or Central America, sorry. But however, as we can predict, as climate change becomes more and more threatening, this area could easily spread. It could easily go into more of Mexico, the southern United States. Could threaten more of Africa. Another big threat to malaria transmission is human populations. It thrives in densely human populated areas. Malaria affects both humans and animals, so if we are living in very densely populated areas, the likelihood of transmission is a lot higher. So, prevention strategies. There are medicines, as I said, that you can take when you go into countries that are at high risk for malaria. And usually they're given in combination with a couple medications. But the best thing we can do is just prevent bites. So mosquito repellent, mosquito nets. Some places do spray for mosquitoes. However, in impoverished areas, there's less money to do such preventative methods, and thus the transmission rate will be higher and spreading is more likely. There is no vaccine for malaria. That's another problem. So you can give these medicines, however, in impoverished countries, they don't have the money to afford these medicines. So they get it, they can treat it after they have it, however, there's no prevention. In case management, as I said, these are some of the medicines that can be given. upon infection or as preventative measures. In severe cases, you need to be hospitalized, and IV medication, IV anti-malarial drugs will be administered. And that's it. So thank you very much.